He's the general. He says in the song, he's the general. He runs a very violent street gang that has committed numerous murders. Again, I have nothing specific that Mr. Williams has made a direct threat. This is the gang, members of the gang, relations of gang members here that are in jail in this case have made them. One of them is actually in jail for that threat. And I don't know where to put it. I don't even accept court, but this is the real deal, Judge. These are very violent people. These are dangerous people.
Two things that the court has significant concerns about are him being a danger to the community and flight. We've taken proffers from other gang members and people who are in this particular indictment and they're not in this indictment, that he is the leader of the gang, he is dangerous, and if he crosses them, he'll kill them or their families. The group chat that from 2015 starting, anybody goes into a courtroom and tells God honest truth, they'll be fucking killed, pardon me for the language. And this threat is still being talked about. So that is of a concern to the court. And for those reasons in the aggregate, I'm going to deny bond at this time.
Yeah, in Atlanta playing a dirty game. They got the prosecutor on their side, man. They coming in Young Thug with a vengeance right now. They trumping up cases right now on Young Thug, man. If you paid attention to anything that went on today in that courtroom, Young Thug being railroaded, man. We already know what they got in the indictments, that what the members done and different stuff like that. And if they done that, man, they deserve to serve justice. True enough, as a civilian speaking, that's how that should go. But from a street way of speaking of it, you know what I'm saying? The judge, the prosecution, they got to do their job, man. It ain't good to go up in a situation where you doing it in a dirty way, man. Y'all being dirty, y'all withholding information, going to court with information that this man don't have, and y'all presenting it to the court. They sent one lady a hard drive, and where this lady trying to open the hard drive up, which is Gunner lawyer, she trying to open the hard drive up, and there's about 5 or 6 different things she clicking on that she can't even get into. She been sending emails back and forth to the prosecution in order to get it straight before they go to court, so she'll know how to defend Gunner as far as getting his bond. In which they in there getting to run around, scratching their head on, talking about they'll help out, they'll do this and that, but they didn't present it. You know what I'm saying? When you talking about playing with a person's life, man, it ain't time to be playing no cat and mouse game. Whatever the evidence is need to be laid on the line. And the court of law, man, don't need to play with people's lives like this. Then on the other hand, you got Young Thug lawyers in court, man, they going hard. Young Thug got a team of lawyers that anybody doing criminality would love to have. You know what I'm saying? Because however it turned out for Young Thug, man, he got the best defense he could possibly have. From being a person that stood there in the courtroom, I can tell you right now, he got the best he can get. You know what I'm saying? Because his lawyers got up, they spoke on how these people got these statements in this indictment saying that Young Thug said certain lyrics that he didn't say, that other members wrote these lyrics, and they charged Young Thug for lyrics that other members wrote, which these guys pursuing rap dreams as well. You know what I'm saying? Then you come back, you got Young Thug, they talking about one song, they chopped lyrics from the beginning of the song, the middle of the song, and the end of the song, and made it sound a certain way in order to sway the judge. You know what I'm saying? So Young Thug lawyers, they fighting all this, man. They dissecting their paperwork, and they getting down to it, but the judge, not the judge, I'm gonna say the prosecution, they playing dirty because they got a lot of evidence, they got a lot of statements that been made against Young Thug, but they holding back on these statements because they saying that Young Thug is possibly gonna put a hit on these witnesses or families and possibly put a hit on them. But see, I think the prosecution playing a dirty game because the simple fact, you always have to know who your accusers is, and you always have to know what's up against you so you can defend yourself. Lyrics when Young Thug mentioned about killing the judge and all that stuff. So they took that personal. You know what I'm saying? I said in one of my other videos that they really took that personal. When you go to talking bad about the justice system, these judges, you implicated yourself too many times into where you saying like you above the law in these songs, man. Y'all bonding out on these big charges. Y'all got all these conspiracies going on where y'all smuggling into jail and different stuff like that. But now these prosecutors, the judge, the DA, they at you, and you gotta know that they all in cahoots. Because the suspicions that Young Thug lawyers and stuff raised today, man, I don't see no way why that guy should have been denied bond. Young Thug them also came, his camp also came and said that he can put the ankle monitor on, he'll stay around the house, they'll hire security, somebody to report back to the courts, justice system or whatever time frame they want or whatever, and then they come back and raise the question that he's staying close by the airport, so he might cut the ankle bracelet off and take flight. But Young Thug lawyers is raising some good opinions. Brian still saying that he'll make sure personally he'll go by there every day and check on Young Thug, or he'll get in tune with the courts and to where, you know what I'm saying, like I say, they'll be monitoring. You know what I'm saying? Young Thug couldn't have any electronics. You know what I'm saying? They laid it down to where he'll pretty much just like he'd still be in prison but at home. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's a cold game, man. That state case Young Thug got, man, you can see that the prosecutor, man, he got a vendetta against them guys, man. He want to really win this case, man. That guy, he just about worse than the DA. You know what I'm saying? He got up there doing that old hillbilly honky-tonk talk, man. But everything he's saying, he trying to sway them people towards knowing Young Thug, man, is the head of that operation, that everything went through him, that he made all the calls and couldn't nothing get done without Thug. But man, do Thug have a fight right now with the fact that we know all these people in the case snitching too? You know what I'm saying? They raised that question as well, saying that, you know what I'm saying, there's people whose statements out here that they don't want them statements to get back to Thug and them because of the retribution that may be done to these people's families and stuff like that. They spoke on that in court. So Young Thug, man, he might be able to have a pretty decent chance in court. He may. Just all depending on how accurate these statements are, or the people that snitching and stuff like that. But it kind of seems like they playing a game and trying to trick Young Thug on some of this stuff too. Because how can his lawyers defend him if they don't have the discoveries, if they don't have all the stuff to defend with? So I think the prosecutor's trying to play Thug, trying to play his lawyers, but Thug got a team on his side that if there's any way he can get out there jail, Thug coming home. But them other guys, them other members, man, they trying to come home as well, so we don't know what they gonna tell or what they gonna uncover, what beans they gonna spill to the prosecution, man. But we gonna wish the best for these guys.